We have some letters written in his name, some early church letters, the letter of Clement. But he's called Clement, and you see, so Clement and Clemens are actually the same name in Latin and ancient writing, depending on how they are translated or transcribed. So when you see Clement, it's no different than Clemens. You say, well, why are you interested in such a thing? Well, it turns out that Flavius Clemens, in the 1st century, was the intimate relation of the emperors, Titus and Domitian. And in fact, at one point, Flavius Clemens and his wife Domitilla, this is definitely, I'm sure these are one's a descendant of the other. This is how Roman names work. Flavius Clemens and his wife, or some say it was his sister or daughter, Domitilla, were Christian sympathizers in the family of Vespasian. Probably the Pseudo-Clementines are written in his name. I've mentioned the Pseudo-Clemens are the work of Clement, supposedly, a novel about a member of the Roman imperial family who goes over to Christianity and meets the early apostles in Palestine. Two Pseudo-Clementines, one called the Recognitions. I gave you some selections of the Recognitions in your compendium that I made for you. And the other called the Homilies. You don't want to buy it, that's your business, but I gave you some good selections of both in that compendium. There are some in there, aren't there, at the end of that, some good selections about the riot on the Temple Mount led by Paul, the attack on James, some of the picture of Peter as a daily bather, things of that kind. Daily bather meaning he was an Essene. I think those are all more accurate than Acts, 100 times more accurate than Acts. Acts doesn't know what it's talking about. There's no idea of Palestine history except from a mythological standpoint, or what it imagines happened. Pseudo-Clementines are really in the thick of it, whether you like them or not. They're in the thick of Palestinian history, good or bad. They know what an Essene is, and they know that early Christians were just like Essenes. Whether they have the doctrines all right, I don't know. So the Pseudo-Clementines are written, they're called pseudo by the church. For the church, everything is pseudo except their own doctrines. But let's just spread the pseudo around equally. Everything is pseudo in this period. So there's no point putting pseudo in the front of something because Acts is pseudo. Matthew, we might as well call it pseudo-Matthew, pseudo-Mark, pseudo-Luke, you know. Everything is pseudo. Meaning we don't know who really wrote it, and it's often written in the name of someone else. Pseudepigrapha is the word that this comes out of. See, I'm trying to give you all the data, and you'll, in your brain, when you sleep at night, collate it and put it in a reasonable form in your own mind, as you understand it, when it comes to trying to express any parts of it yourself. That's what the brain does at night. It sorts information while you sleep. So the next morning you've got it all cataloged without even realizing it. And then your memory pulls up the different files from your hard drive in your being. And it's all a natural process while your computer is asleep. In any case, the pseudepigrapha is the name for false writings. And this was dubbed false, but it's in the name of Clement. And I assume it's the early adventures of this person, how he got to be a Christian. I mean, that's not proven, just all the things lead to it. Now, in the Pseudo-Clementines, he is a family member of the emperor. But I think he may be Nero's family in the Pseudo-Clementines, but that just could be a novelist taking liberties with the material he has or not understanding who he actually is. In any case, Flavius Clemens fell afoul of Domitian. You say, well, who are these people? Well, my friend in the first row has a copy of my James, the Brother of Jesus here, and he knows that in the back are all of the are all of the lists of these emperors and other people giving their dates. So you can easily see what the dates of these people are just by looking in the back of my James, brother of Jesus. That's why I put those tables there. But if you want the dates, I mean, I could run them all off for you. Augustus, I think he reigned around 12 AD. Tiberius took over. He went on to about 36 or 37. Then Caligula came in for 3 or 4 years before he was assassinated, maybe more than 3 or 4 years. And then Claudius took over for quite a while, from around the early 40s to the 56. And he was assassinated, poisoned by his wife anyway. Then, I'll get it, yeah. I mean, so I was going to say, you guys can remember these things yourselves. Nero takes over until he's assassinated. These are not nice men. My wife was asking, is Tiberius a nice man? No, these are not nice men. So whatever Mel Gibson might want us to believe, these are not nice men. And they're pretty gruesome people, and it's no wonder the people in Palestine were upset and in a obstreperous and resistance-minded mood. So, and the people they sent out were their willing collaborators to dun as much money out of the territories as they could grab. You know, the Romans built the Colosseum, which is the biggest travesty in history, to my mind, from the money they stole from the Jewish temple in the war against the Jews. And you couldn't think of a worse conclusion of a war than to destroy the one temple, which was, whatever its fault failings might have been, at least had some high-minded aspects to it, and use the proceeds from the treasure derived from that to build this death pit called the Colosseum that served the Roman emperors 300 years of entertainment and fun and games and killing people and beasts in almost a religious way. So that is one of the biggest travesties of history, I think, right from the get-go. Of course, we all idolize the Colosseum. We don't look at it in awe, this great Roman building. It's a horrifying building. It's a pit of horrors. The only probably impressive thing about it is its architecture, which is an early stadium architecture of monumental proportions. So that is impressive. But the rest of it is a disgusting pit. Anyone who idealizes what the Romans did or said or thought or were involved in have got to be out of their minds. These were an utterly brutal world. So Tiberius, you read about it in Suetonius, the 12 Caesars,